What's going on, y'all? So listen. So we are back again for another episode review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 2, episode 8, To Serve and Protect. Okay, so the episode starts off with Chaotic having this little show performance going on. Everybody's there supporting him, and you got Shay on stage. He done pulled her on stage. She talking about how she didn't like it. Him getting a little bit close or whatever. But girl, whatever. They sitting down there having a little conversation about everything that's going on. Then, you know, Blue is there, Hollywood is there, they making fun of her, you know, with the whole thing. And then Chaotic come over there, he talked about something, he wanted a feature from Trick, he gonna go over there, that's the next thing that he's gonna do. And Hollywood was like, you better make sure he don't find out about Joy. How you gonna ask him to do a feature on your album and you out here trying to take his old lady out, you know? But they squashed that. They was like, whatever. Tip was supposed to be there, but she's not there because of the shit that happened with Prince and Bobby at her event, and she knew Prince was coming, so that's why she's not there. They trying to figure out what's going on with Prince and Bobby, and I do like the fact that none of them were exhibiting homophobic type of, you know, vibes or whatever. Even Blue was telling them, that's your friend, you got to keep that keep that intact or whatever. Y'all need to sit down, y'all need to talk about this shit and whatever. So that was cool, that was nice. Ha ha, he he, ho ho. Okay. Then we see this whole scene with, you know, not Tip, but what's his face? Bobby. He wanted to meet up with JoJo because he feel like all his friends ain't talking to him right now. JoJo not talking to him, Prince not talking to him, and somebody else. Tip not talking to him. So she meet up with JoJo because the last time he met up with JoJo, they got into it with Prince and all that stuff. Whatever. Okay. And she was like, she the one that put it in his mind that, you know, Prince was not to be trusted. He was out here saying stuff about me and all this shit. So they sit down, they had this conversation about what went on, and, you know, he was mostly trying to put the blame on her and say, it's your fault that this and that. No, bitch, you a grown-ass man. You need to take responsibilities for your actions. Yes, she probably pointed out that, you know, if from the outside looking in, it looks like he could be playing you or whatever, but you also, you know, doing shady shit like Prince said. You taking pictures of him with other people and you sending it to Liz with other women. Yeah, he was out there being a thought or whatever, but what you're doing is being shady. Like, you trying to set your man up. That's what it is, because you seems like you undercover jealous of him and you want to be with him or whatever. So they discussed that. Then somehow they get on the subject of Amada, okay? And she was like, you know how I feel about Amada. Amada don't fuck with you. Amada thinks your ass messy, okay? Well, Amada is the devil. Amada this, and she the one that be sliding up in niggas' DMs and shit like that for business, bitch. What about you, okay? You stay on the shade room and ball alert. You know what, Bobby? You are messy. Okay? And one day the world gonna know that she a messy bitch, and when shit start falling apart, she gonna be seeing stuff about you, and you gonna be the one that's gonna be there to pick up the pieces. It's gonna be all up on you. And I'm telling you, just watch. What I need to do is I need to have a sit down with Amada, and she needs to hear the words out of my mouth that I don't fuck with her. Okay, and she don't give a fuck. She don't fuck with you either. What difference does it make? You just need to sing right now, Bobby. Damn. It's like, girl, sit your ass down and just shut up, okay? Nobody cares. Then we get this scene with Baby Blue, whoa, and Spectacular. They show up at this lounge that Hollywood was doing. Hollywood was doing something that Chaotic was supposed to come to. It was like he was having a little event. Chaotic is not there. Hollywood feels like it's weird that he's not there. He hasn't called or anything. And, you know, Pleasure's sitting there, and he's talking about the music and how, you know, things not really going the way that he wants them to go. Okay, he just booked this Australian tour. He don't know how to break it to the guys, but they just so happen to show up at this moment when he's talking about it, a solo tour. And so, is it me? But don't, Pleasure P. You know, he has such a weird shaped head. He got the head of a fucking big toe. Okay, his head is literally shaped like a man's big toe. Go back, now I ain't gonna say necessarily a thumb, but it's a big toe for sure. Okay, the slickness in the back, and then the curvature in the front, and then he just got, you know, because he got a little fuller in the face, whatever, with age and all that shit. He just looked like a big toe in the face. But you know, he had to tell them that he booked this solo tour because he feels nothing is really happening with the group. He was like, yeah, you know, Blue and Spectacular had to sit down and they spoke about things, and then you bring the old boy in, and it's like, yeah, everybody seems to be on, you know, making amends and stuff, but there's nothing happening with the group and with this album. He said he got his part done. It's y'all that need to get y'all shit done. So he gonna do the tour over there in Australia. I said, people in Australia know you? Okay, you know, gotta make your change however you make your change. No shame. But they just looking like, wait a minute, how is this supposed to go if you over there doing this and he already having feelings like the music industry don't love him? Not the fans, but he giving his all to the music industry and he's not getting it back in return what he think he deserved. And so they trying to figure out what they gonna do. I said, I really want to know what was the thought process in getting y'all together on the same page, one accord, to come and do this Millennium Tour. Because I could be goddamn. Bitch, you better be glad y'all filming this shit now. Y'all had previously filmed this shit before y'all got back together, because, bitch, I would have been worried. I would have been worried. I'm still a little bit worried, but I really would have been worried if they would have been filming this shit during the tour and some, girl, let me shut up because anything can happen. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to talk about, you know, Veronica Vega, bitch. I literally forgot. You know, she's supposed to be headlining the Hialeah Pride. You know, that's where she from. And, you know, she was talking about her struggles, how she hasn't reached her peak yet, and she putting her stuff out, and she should be further. Baby, you know, I can't stand when I don't like a person or I'm iffy on a person and they say something that I can relate to, because that's what I'm going through. I'm like, you know what? You feel like you've been doing a lot. You've been putting in the work and you should be a little bit further than you are. And it's like, what the fuck do I got to do? You know, shit like that. So I get where she was coming from. But girl, we still iffy on your ass too. So Veronica is doing this rehearsal for the little Pride thing, and, you know, her father comes up there. He's watching the rehearsal. He looking at the shit like, what the fuck is this? You know, what is this shit? She's like, I hope I don't embarrass him because her grandma gonna be there and all that. And she thinking about doing the song, One Thought I Met. You know, the first time I ever heard that shit was on, no, it ain't shit, but heard that was on White Chicks. When Marlon was dressed up as that Cupid guy in the beginning, and he kept on saying, one thought I made. Okay, no, it's not, it's funny, but it's not funny. I don't want to disrespect anybody's culture because I wouldn't want them disrespecting mine. But that's where I heard it from, okay? I was like, White Chicks. So that's really a song? I was ignorant, okay? I didn't know that it was a song. But anyway, you know, she wanted to put her little Spanish influence in there. And I said, that's a cute look, okay? Do your little, she said, I know I'm known for booty shaking and shit, you know, but I can do a little Spanish song. I would like when people put their culture in their music or whatever. You don't have to stay to one particular genre, okay? But, you know, her father was talking about how the grandfather would be proud of her once again being on stage and being on TV. You know, that whole thing, whatever. It was cute. It was cute. I was sitting here like, y'all would not do this. Like Mona and the PR, you know, fixer. Who Olivia Pope these people these seasons, okay? On Love and Hip Hop New York and Miami. Y'all trying to clean up the images and shit, okay? Because, bitch, Hollywood ain't stepped out and said a ignorant thing yet that I remember this season, okay? But anyway, moving on from that, we get this whole scene with Bobby. He in the studio. He was like, I'm in the studio, you know, letting out my aggression, what I do when I be wrong, when I get into my feelings or whatever. So I come up in here and I write, and I'm up in the studio, something that Prince don't know nothing about with his music. I said, you know, you could have kept that to yourself. You could have kept that to yourself. Prince walks into there, and he looking like, what the fuck? Now, Prince thought that Tip was supposed to be there, and I feel like Tip set this up so that they can get a chance to talk. And at this point, Bobby looking like, what the fuck? Prince looking like, so what's up? You know, they both like on 10. They ready to go at each other. Why you fucking with me? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Bitch, you ain't no artist. You ain't this. Prince jump at him. Bobby talking shit. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And I'm just sitting here like, both y'all get the fuck out and shut the fuck up, because both y'all ain't nobodies. No, it kills me. And I know we have to respect the underground artists and the up-and-coming artists. Everybody's not going to be a big name. But you don't hear and see everybody that's not a big name out here being not humble about who they are. These motherfuckers really in here fighting like they're somebody. You are not on anybody's chart. Okay, you are not on anybody's radar like that. Maybe a certain few, but you're not on the majority of people's radar like that. Before this show, we didn't know who the fuck a Prince or Bobby Lice was, okay? So for y'all to be fighting at each other and throwing out, oh, I'm music and all this shit, I do music, and you getting upset. Prince, don't nobody take you serious for your music. Some people take Bobby serious for that music, but not that many. But Prince, don't nobody take you serious for music because you literally just came back. You presented yourself as a promoter in the party scene, okay? We don't take you serious. We don't think that you got it. It is what it is, okay? That's just the facts, all right? So if you want to jump at every person that says that, you might as well just get your knee pads ready, put your running shoes on, because that's exactly what the fuck is going to happen, okay? You know, you talking about, somebody tried to come at me and like, oh, it is a big thing that, you know, he is putting his, you know, life on the line or his brand on the line or whatever. He doing a big thing by being friends with somebody that's gay in the industry or whatever. That is not no big thing, okay? Till the end of time, I feel as though, you know, people still gonna have their thoughts, okay? There are so many gay people up in this industry, and I understand in the hip-hop industry, there's a lot of homophobia that goes around, but still, even then, it's a lot of gay people. It's people that got gay people in their family that they support and they put out there on the forefront, and they don't give a fuck, okay? And that is not a big thing anymore. Do you see all these gay people out here? Okay, girl, please, come on now. That is not a thing. The reason why, you know, Prince, you trying to say that Bobby is bad for your brand and all this stuff, it's because, Bobby, you're very extra, okay? That's what it is. I don't really feel like it probably do, you know, because like I said, it's still a little bit of homophobia in there, you know, a lot, but I don't really feel like it's that. It's just that Bobby is extra as shit. That's what it is. And who wants to be around that all the time? Who wants to be around that extra messy shit? Okay? And so when Bobby talking about your brand was already fucked up, bitch, it probably was, and so was yours. Okay? So what are you talking about? Y'all both talking shit about each other that can be applied to yourselves. Okay? But you know, Chance the Rapper brother is bisexual. Okay, so what's his name? Kevin, whatever the fuck his name is, and he just had a baby. Okay, don't nobody give a shit these days. Like, girl, come on. I mean, some of y'all homophobic still. You know, I just don't understand. But anyway, Prince went off the deep end and was really trying to get at Bobby. And I was sitting here confused as shit. I said, so we turn up as if we really gonna fight somebody, and then how that look? Cause Bobby don't look like he ain't got hands. Bobby look like he'll probably fuck you up too. Okay, y'all look like y'all in the same weight class, and y'all probably both do damage on each other. What are you trying to prove, Prince? What are you trying to prove? Trying to bum rush through security and all that shit when Bobby is all the way over there. You're not gonna get to them. They're not gonna let you get to him. So what are you doing? Calm that shit down. You just doing once again too fucking much. Then y'all go outside, and they always, every time when they got to do a confrontation, it's a car or a table between them, and they're on opposite sides. That goes to show you ain't no fight finna happen, because security is there and security is there. You're not going to be able to reach them, okay? Bobby asking why Liz don't like me, because you up here, because Liz think you trying to turn me. Liz is ignorant as fuck if you really think that somebody can turn somebody else out, okay? No. Only person that can turn somebody out is that person who was already having thoughts about being with somebody of the same sex. That is it. You cannot turn another motherfucker out. I wish y'all would get that in y'all minds, okay? Please. Unless you didn't think it, you never thought it, you don't know, you know that ain't the way that you want to go, you cannot get turned out, okay? So Liz, stop being ignorant with that. Second of all, you know, Bobby, you trying to say that, you know, you always put out there that he ain't gay. That don't mean that you don't want him. That don't mean that you don't want him. And then gonna have the nerve to say, at the end of the day, after all of this, at the end of the day, I don't feel like you did anything that's worth our friendship ending. So what you gotta say? Prince said, bitch, I'm finna go the fuck home. And I would have said the same damn thing. It's too much. I would have been like, you know what? I fucking tried. You a cool dude and all, but you do too fucking much, and I just need my motherfucking space right now, because I could not be friends with a person like Bobby, and I couldn't be friends with a person like Prince either, to be quite honest. You know, people probably couldn't be friends with a person like me either, you know, to each his own, but I just couldn't do it. So Bobby gonna meet up with Tip, trying to apologize, trying to see what's going on. You know, she just upset at the fact that you did this, where she said she's trying to be taken seriously, and you out here doing all this shit. You're being messy. You're not taking accountability. You just doing the fucking most, okay? He started talking about how, you know, at one point, it's like Liz thinking that he trying to turn dude and that he won't dude. And, so Liz is okay with the fact and all happy with the fact that they not friends right now and all this shit. And it's just like, okay, who cares? But what about your actions? Okay, what about your behavior? That is what everybody is getting at. Okay, you could have took a different course, you could have took a different route, but you didn't, and that's what Tip was getting at. Moving on from that, we get this scene where Chaotic, he's getting out of jail. Come to find out, the reason why he was in jail, they charged him with this probably disorderly kind of reckless driving, avoiding the police, shit like that, because he said, according to him, when he was talking to Tip and Prince, who came and got him, was saying he got PTSD. He literally thought somebody was behind him, following him. And come to find out, it was the cops. They didn't have their lights on until he got into the car accident. And then that's when they turned the lights on and it was undercover and all that stuff. And he said, because he don't have no reason for the cops to be following him. He has done nothing. So he was just confused about that. And, they was like going on this whole spiel about what we go through every day. Cops being black in America, being targeted by the cops. And it wouldn't happen if it was, he probably would have had a different skin color, the same old rhetoric that we go through all the time. And so it was cool that they was there to be there for him and to help him out. But like Prince said, you gotta move different. You gotta move different, bitch. Okay? I still got people in the hood that say, okay, we get that, but sometimes you gotta put yourself first too. So, Tip and bitch, this review been done and I forgot to upload it. Let me do this shit while I'm talking to y'all. Bitch, I knew it was something. God damn. Anyway, so JoJo and Bobby, they're cool again, okay? And so they're about to be on the red carpet for the VMA, so they're going to get some jewelry. Bobby meeting JoJo and her mother at the jewelry shop. He's there, and then he let her know that since him and Tip are cool, he's gonna invite her to come and meet up with them. And so Tip shows up, and at this point, JoJo said, me and Tip will never be friends, okay? We will never be friends, but we can be cordial and all that stuff. They got into a little beef back and forth online, talking about, because I guess Tip took offense to the fact that JoJo called her a stripper. Well, bitch, you are a stripper, so, it is what it is. But, okay, I get it. And so when Tip got there, they went out there, they discussed what went on, and they came to the bottom of it. Tip kissed her boob, kissed her lips. That was how she, instead of giving her a hug, she had to go kiss on her and all that shit. I was like, okay, Tip, we know you bad. We know you like the girls or whatever, so whatever. So then we get the scene with Pleasure. He goes over there to talk to his dad. Now, his dad used to be in a doo-wop group or whatever called Silver Platinum, so he knows the ins and outs of the music industry as well. And he was just discussing his what was going on and how he's feeling, and, trying to get the whole group back together with Pretty Ricky. And, he's going on tour, this solo tour in Australia by himself in a week. And, when Blue brought in the old boy, it just spurred up a whole bunch of feelings. And the daddy was like, because he wasn't there as much as he could. They just reconnected when he was older. And he was like, maybe this has something to do with the way that you was raised, your childhood, and, how you been. And I didn't know Pleasure was a Jehovah's Witness. People was a Jehovah's Witness when he was growing up. So, maybe I was some other type of Jehovah's Witnesses, because every time I hear stories about, people being Jehovah's Witnesses, it's never the same story as mine's, like my experience. And I know in every religion there are fanatics and people who do way too much, and it feels like Pleasure's mama was doing way too much, because he was saying how he never got to go to prom. He couldn't play sports. The only thing that he could really do was go knocking door to door every weekend or whatever. And my whole thing is this: when I was growing up, we played on sports team. We played with the neighborhood kids. We went to public school, all that shit. We went to movies. We hung out with everybody that was in the hall, outside the hall. We did all that shit. I went to prom. We had a good time. I just don't understand. I guess, everybody's different. But, his father was like, maybe you need to think about what it was, because I wasn't there. And how was it with your mom? And when he was trying to speak about his mama, Baby boy just started. He couldn't even get the words out. I was like, damn, it was really that bad? I feel bad. Goddamn. So what Pleasure was talking about and what he was crying about was that his mama, telling him that his daddy not coming over that time. He was just waiting for his daddy to show up, and, he just felt like he was the youngest and he had to be the man of the house, especially after his brother left and had to go live with his dad and all that stuff. And then he just don't know how to be with people. He's been a loner and he's searching for family. That's all that it is. He's searching for family. He's searching for a connection. He wants to feel like he's wanted, and he don't feel like he's wanted. He wants to feel like people got his back, and that it's not the feeling that he's feeling. And that's what's making him, drag his feet on this Pretty Ricky thing, because he like, y'all family, y'all literally family, and y'all make up, but it's not like y'all trying to be cool or, make me feel like I'm a part of this family as well. And I feel like if you're feeling that way towards the group, you need to sit down and you need to voice your opinions. You had opportunity to say that, just like Blue and Spec sat down with the group and said some things and sat down with each other and got the things out. You can sit down with them and say what you have to say. But he dealing with some real stuff, okay? And he probably really need to go speak to somebody about this, talk to a therapist or whatever, because it goes way deeper. He's dealing with childhood hurt that grows into and manifests into adulthood hurt. It affects your adulthood, and it's doing it right now. How he didn't have nobody to help him while he was raising his son and all that stuff in the industry, the feelings that he have about the industry too. Yeah, he just going through some stuff. It was good to see this grown man cry. Like, you ain't got to hold that shit in. Go ahead and cry that out. We get from that to this whole scene with Amada going over there to JoJo's apartment to talk to her, because she and her feelings about the fact that JoJo out here still kicking it with Bobby. It was like, I see on social media that you kicking it with him and you doing stuff with him that you want to do with me and all this stuff. And basically, you can't be ratting with you got to pick Jesus or the devil and all this stuff. I came in this world alone and now I die alone and all this stuff. And woo, 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 he messy. You got to be so extra just to get noticed. And, I don't have to do that. And you talking about my music is trash and all this shit. I said, Amada. Now, earlier, when JoJo, now see, this is the difference. And JoJo is me. JoJo is me at this point. Because when JoJo was talking to Tip and Bobby, JoJo said in that confession, I would never tell him that he can't be friends with somebody that I don't fuck with, because you're a grown-ass man and that's just not who I am. That is me. You can be friends with whoever the fuck it is that you want to be friends with. Just if they want to bring up my name, you shut that shit down, okay? You don't talk shit about me. You don't let nobody talk shit about me. Don't entertain no bullshit about me. You can be friends with whoever it is. I don't care. I'm not petty like that. I'm not built that way, okay? Who the fuck am I to tell you who the fuck it is that you gotta be friends? There are some people who feel as though if I don't fuck with somebody, bitch, you don't fuck with them. And they count that as loyalty or whatever. But there are some people who are mature enough to separate and not talk about people. Y'all heard me talk about this before. But I didn't like the way Amada was coming. She was coming at her all obsessive-like and possessive-like. And I was like, ugh, girl, you crying over this? Oh my God. And I just want you for your mic friend. I said, bitch, grow up. Grow the fuck up, bitch. I didn't like this. Amada, that wasn't a good look, okay? That really wasn't a good look. Then you're going to say you don't care if they friends, but you sitting here crying about the fact that they're cool with each other. Get over it. Get over it, okay? You don't have to entertain her, all right? Entertain Bobby. You don't have to do none of that shit. Just let JoJo know. Just shut that shit down if they say some shit about me, okay? That's all that it is. And if she a good friend, she'll do that automatically, okay? That's what they do. And I was with JoJo, bitch. I lost friendships because I was backing your ass. So what you fucking talking about this loyalty shit? Girl, Amada, you get your shit together and grow up. And the episode ended with a real ass mama come to Jesus moment, okay? First of all, Chaotic was talking to his mama. She cooked for him and all that shit. Had his sister, his niece there, whatever. And she was like, he said, what's going on, mama? What's up? None but Jesus. She was like, I know that's right. I said, oh Lord, I knew where this was going. Mama was ready. She came ready. She was like, she wasn't for the BS or anything. Tell me what happened. And he started explaining his story or whatever. And the sister like, girl, please. The mama even said, what you gotta stop doing what you doing, okay? Because the mama know that you know, her son ain't all the way 100 on the up and up. You know, you gotta take responsibility for yourself, and you gotta stop doing the shit that you doing and put yourself in these situations, okay? It was like, you know, she gotta pray for her son every time he go out this door, okay? He done got shot 15, 17 times already, once in a drive-by, and that's why he feeling like people following him or whatever. You have to change your action. I'm a product of my environment. That may be true, but you can also get out of that, okay? You choose to stay in that, and that's when the sister went off on his ass, and, you know, the niece went off on him, and then the mama continued to go off. I was sitting here like, damn, bitch, it felt like y'all was reading me, and I ain't do shit. It was a touching scene. It was real. It was needed. Somebody out there needed to hear that shit. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about that, and I will see you guys later. Peace.